Check the description box below and don't forget to hit that like button. Hello, you beautiful gods and goddesses. CoCo here with your CoCo from the Dark podcast, where we have spiritual messages, emotional support, connecting with the self, connecting with spirit without any visuals. Just, go with the flow, feel the feelings. So the very first channel messages that I got is a few of them. It says to take time to juice, drink more natural organic juices. I also heard pen and pad, write the vision, make it plain. I feel like someone is supposed to be like starting a routine or creating a routine or starting some sort of writing project. I also just heard journal prompts. Do not deviate from this. If you make a decision to do something or to go forward with something, don't deviate from it. Just keep going with it no matter what may come, about, as you're trying to get into the flow of it. Perfection is not achieved when there is nothing else to add, but when there is nothing else to take away. So it's like you keep trying to figure out, what can I add to this? What should I put with this? Or who should I work with? But it's not about that. You need to focus on the things that you've changed your mind about, the things that aren't going in the direction that you are currently in. Like, you may have thought of things one way at one point, but you're thinking differently now. So allow your plans to change, allow your goals to change and flow with you as well. I also have released the stagnation in all areas. What I was picking up on that is going to lead into the reading, because I did pre-shuffle, but I just feel like there is some emotional baggage that you just need to connect with and, work through, heal through, and move forward past. But also I see, I wrote down be present, go with the flow, and tomorrow came up. And as I was thinking about being present, and then I was also thinking about the word tomorrow, it's like tomorrow is always tomorrow. Tomorrow seemingly never comes because it's always a tomorrow. So it's like being present and focusing on today. I just put a message up on TikTok that when people speak about staying woke or being woke, it's not about the color of anyone's skin. Not really. Like, some people probably do turn it into that, but the real issue, the real underlying thing about being woke is being present, being in the present moment, paying attention to what you can control right now, not what the future holds, not what was in the past, but what's in the present. I wrote with tomorrow that tomorrow never comes, tomorrow never dies. Oh, I already said that. So we have take the flight. I heard figuratively and literally. So you may be getting flued out or have an opportunity to go somewhere, some sort of vacation or some sort of work business trip that will be helpful for you, for your future. I wrote, just do it. Use your discernment, but know, trust, and believe that the way ahead is clear. I also heard during my meditation to dust off the saddle. So I don't know if someone rides horses, you want to ride a horse, or if it's something that's just like figurative, but dust it off and get back on the saddle. I heard also to enjoy the journey, enjoy your journey. I got a feeling of like deja vu energy. So you may be like feeling like you said something already, or feeling like someone else said something to you, or something happened. It's like, deja vu energy. I'm seeing something about black cats or cats in general. And the last channeled message that I heard before shuffling anything was rest and or slow down. So those are your channeled messages. So as we get into the reading, the very first card that popped out is telling me that you are like going through some sort of hard emotional period in your life. And I feel as though you shield this side of yourself from people. And sometimes you may even shield it from yourself. I see that through this, you're connecting with yourself, though. You're fighting with mental thoughts. You're having a lot of mental conflict while you're alone, while you're in your solitude. But it's helping you to get grounded. It's helping you to like figure out what's what you want and what you don't want. I'm seeing someone either reading a book or writing a book. Um, Maybe someone has a writer's block. Um, I'm hearing that for those of you who are suffering from writer's block, to just get you a pen and paper and just write. Don't matter. It don't matter if it has anything to do with the book or not, but just write. Write how you feel. Write what thoughts are coming about. Just write. Our blockage when we have writer's block comes from being focused on one thing too long, and it's time to like, okay, maybe I need to take a break. I need to take a mental break from that story or that storyline and focus on a different one. So that's why sometimes you see people come out with a series of books because they were writing one book and needed to take a mental break from it in order to have that book be as good as they intend for it to be, and they start another book. And that they start. I'm thinking the way that I'm thinking of it is like it starts off as scratch paper. Like when you're dealing with math and you want to check an answer or whatever, you have scratch paper. That's how the second book starts off. It's like basically like scratch paper, but it turns into something else. And it opens like these floodgates of the story. It like opens that writer's block up. There's no blockage anymore. But I just feel like for some of you, this is dealing with writing something. And for others of you, I feel like you're having like this mental conflict on like your stability. Like I'm hearing something about home or work. There's some sort of mental conflict, something you keep going back and forth about. And all it's going to take for you to figure this out is to just stop thinking about it so much, stop overthinking, focus on something else, focus on the things that you have control over, focus on the things where you already know the answer to it, and just allow the answers to the question, the unanswered questions to flow to you. So that's what I got so far. And we're gonna pick these up. I'm seeing a lot of speech healing, throat chakra healing, speaking up for the self, speaking to the self. I just heard the word connecting. Okay, so I was hoping that this dream would come out, and it's just the very next card that came out after I pulled the other cards up. So I had this dream, and in the dream, hold on, and in the dream, drink your water. And in the dream, I was like minding my own business, right? Hold on. So yeah, so in this dream, I was minding my own business, and I saw someone approaching me, and they were like, I'm laughing because of the. It wasn't funny in the dream, but it's funny now because watching them walk up, they were like really pissed off. It was like full on anger. And anyway, so they came up, they picked me up and carried me off. Their intentions were to hurt me. But this person was somebody that at one point I was very close to, like really close to. And I remember saying, why do you want to hurt me? I love you. I just want to love on you. I don't want to have, any type of quarrels or anything. Dude, I love you. And I felt them soften their grip, and then they put me down. And it seemed like that was all that they needed to hear, that I loved them, right? So I don't remember the dialect between the two of us, but I remember saying, like, I wasn't the same after we parted ways. Like I really went on this, like you were my only best friend, and I went on this like rampage of just doing whatever, however, just living life, but not being cautious at all. And I remember that the person hearing this, it felt like it took like a lot of it healed them a lot to hear me say those words to them after being disconnected, after being pissed off at me for so long. That it was like they just needed to hear an apology. They just needed to hear that the love was real. And when I woke from that dream, the very first thought that came to me is that, number one, there is someone in your energy who they miss you, but they're also pissed off at you because they feel like you like neglected them, you left them hanging. No matter if they did something to make you leave them alone, because in this dream, this person definitely did something to make me leave them alone. So it's like, no matter if they did something or not, they blame you for the disconnect. And one other thing that came to mind was, if you ever were a person who, you had certain friends that you were closer to than others, like, and y'all would make like pacts with each other, like same sex, opposite sex, it doesn't matter. But, oh, if we're not married by 30, we'll get married, or, like, if you don't have kids by this age, we'll have kids. Like, if you ever made a pact with someone like that back in the day, please, 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 please cut that cord. Release yourself from that verbal and spiritual contract, because it doesn't matter if you don't mean it now. You meant it then. You said it even if you didn't mean it, but you said it, you agreed to it, and you entered into a soul contract with this person, with these people. And you have to be mindful that soul contracts are only null and void if you deem them null and void. They don't just go away because you ignore them or because you forget about them. So I need you to think back and try to remember, did you make any pacts with anyone at any point in your childhood, your young adulthood, or whatever? And make sure you close out that bond, because whether or not you are still holding up your end of the deal, this person may be, or even in the spiritual realm, you guys are still like, you still have like a spiritual connection to one another. So make sure you cleanse your energy and cut that cord. So let me see if there's anything else, because that was pretty heavy. Because I feel like there's been like this energy that's been plaguing you, watching you, stalking you, and you haven't known what it is or who it is. You've had your suspicions, but you haven't really pinpointed who this energy is or what this energy is. And for a lot of you, it's some pact that you made, some sort of promise or pinky swear or something that you made with somebody, and they meant it with their heart and soul then and now, and you grew out of it. So let's see if there are any more messages. And please release with love. Don't be upset with these people because they took you at your word. So the number 111 may be significant, or 1111, or just the number one. I'm hearing that you could be a life path number one. And if you don't know what your life path is, it's when you add up every individual number of your birthday. And it doesn't matter if it's a double digit, add it up individually. And then when you get the total, try to reduce that total down to a single digit number. Or I'm sure there's a website, Life Path Number website. I may try to put it in the description box if I remember. Matter of fact, let me write it down. But maybe a Life Path number one website. Okay, so I feel like there's something about to be reawakened within you. And whatever it is that's going to be reawakened within you is going to bring you a lot of success. There's something that's been dormant within you. I'm also hearing that once you release from whatever this connection that has been holding on to you for so long, whenever you release from that, that's going to also remove some blockages as well. Because these people that are bonded to you spiritually, they don't want you to leave them. They don't want to see you leave, so they're holding on to you in any way that they can. They may be stalking your home, place of business, your social media. They may just be stalking you in a way where they just keep looking at your pictures and your videos and things like that. But I just feel as though once you release from this energy, or just cleanse your energy, even if you don't have someone that you made any pacts with, even if it was a pact to yourself, I don't know. But once you release from whatever this blockage is, there's going to be something that like reignites within you. I'm seeing like a phoenix rising, and it's going to make you very successful. For some, you're successful in the spirit realm. For others, you're successful like physically in the physical realm. I'm hearing your thoughts are going to flow. Thoughts are going to flow very, very fluidly. Birds and ants may be significant. I see a collaboration coming into your energy. I'm hearing that song, work hard, play hard. So, what's that song? I can't remember the song now, but I'm hearing that song. And I just heard the tree of life. Monkeys may be significant. A specific bird is a hummingbird. I'm feeling like there's some sort of fear of working with others that's like coming into play for you. Maybe you've been hurt before, like trying to collaborate with other people. I'm even getting an energy of like when you were younger and in school, you always had to do all the work. You did all the work, and people just rode your coattail, is what I'm hearing. But I feel like don't be fearful. Trust your way ahead. Trust that you are attracting the right energies, the ones that are going to put in the same amount of work that you put in, and it's all going to be beautiful. You just have to like take your time and meditate on things before you make decisions, before you like peg someone as, oh, they're just going to use me, or oh, this connection is not going to work. You have to take time and meditate on it first. But yeah, so let's get to your love messages. See what's in store for you in love. I pray that all is well with you. I pray that you're drinking your water, staying hydrated, staying as cool as possible. You know, taking breaks when you need to. I'm seeing someone going near the water. It's like either really early and the sun hasn't come up yet, or it's, it's about to come up. It's like you see the light in the sky. Or it's the sun is about to go down, but I see someone near water. I'm hearing this one sitting by the dock of the bay. This is someone who is single. You're in your single energy, so you're living the single life right now. And I feel like it's because you just got out of something serious and you just need to keep healing. I feel like this message is for someone who, I don't want to say just got out of a relationship, but you're just getting to a point where you can finally let that energy go. You can let the hopes of like what could be. I don't know. I just feel like for some of you it's fresh, and for others of you it's just the disconnect isn't fresh, but the want for this person or the desire for this person has dissipated, and that is fresh. And it's taking you some getting used to. It's taking some healing, because at one point this person was a big part of your life. And you know, when you lose someone that's a big part of your life, it's mourning. It's just like they passed away. It's like someone, it's like having to mourn someone without them dying. That's very hard, especially if there's potential for them to resurface or pop up, you know, at any point. So congratulations on your healing. You got this. Just keep going. But I see that I feel like you're getting used to being on your own. We're getting a message that someone like was in a relationship for so long that they have to get reacclimated about being with themselves, being by themselves. And trust me when I tell you, this is hard. It's very hard, because as you're disconnecting from this person and you don't want to go, you don't want to reconnect with this person, you find other things to fill that void. And the best way to fill that void is to love on yourself, not try to find something or someone else, because you're never going to fill the void the way that you need it to be filled unless you know, pour into yourself first. I feel as though healing yourself and being able to be alone with yourself and still be happy and be okay with being alone is going to be very helpful in your next relationship, because I feel like when you were in previous relationships, you may have lost yourself. You may have like made this person such a big deal in your life that you became a smaller deal than them. And at at some, you know, in some instances, this is okay if the person is being reciprocal, but this was a unrequited love. That's why it didn't work out. It may have been good in the beginning, but at some point things turned unrequited, and I just feel like you need to heal from that. But I do also feel as though this person that's coming in for you, they're gonna pour into you how you pour into them. Yeah. Ooh. Let's get married. That's how that person coming in. That's how they feel towards you. Yeah, I feel like this person that you're disconnecting from, that shit was hard. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was hard. But having to be on the battlefield in love, I don't feel that love and war go together. I don't. I feel like they're like two separate branches of a tree. Maybe like in certain instances, like to defend your loved ones, but if the war is between you and your loved one, they don't go together. That does not go together. That's unhealthy and toxic, especially if everybody feel like they gotta win and they gotta do whatever it takes to win. I'm saying something about a past life though. I don't know if this new person that's coming in is someone that you were connected to in a past life or not, but I'm really feeling some sort of past life energy. As I'm sitting here, as I'm continuing to channel, I feel as though your ex was someone from your past life as well. That's why it was so hard to disconnect from them. But the person who they were in the past life and the person who they are now are not the same. They have the same energy about them, but they aren't making the same moves. It's like It's totally different. It's like you have the energy, but you don't have the drive. You don't have the spirit. You have the energy, but not the spirit of this past love. And that's why it was so hard to let go, because you were waiting on this energy and this spirit to coincide, and it never did. I feel like you had to make yourself give up on this love. 25 or 7-7 may be significant. Something may have happened in the month of July. Maybe you tried once more, like one last time with this person, but it just turned out the same way that it's been turning out. I feel like right now, after disconnecting from this ex, I feel like the energy of you healing yourself, it's like I feel you connecting more with the people who actually love you, the people who actually put energy, put effort into this connection, your connections, whether it be, family or friendships or work. It's like you're surrounding yourself with people who actually pour into you as you're pouring into yourself. I'm hearing that you're learning how to forgive people even without apologies. You're learning how to forgive yourself, because I feel like you felt as though you held on too long, or you made mistakes in that past connection. But I mean, if you love someone, you go. I mean, it's not why the fools fall in love for nothing. Like sometimes people play the fool for love, but it's a part of the journey. So be gentle with yourself. It's not like you did it out of malice. You did it out of love. And that's something to be commended. So with this future connection, oh my God, I feel a lot of like, it's like the way that you two are going to trust each other is going to be, that's why you need to make sure you're taking this time to be healing, instead of like worrying about the past or worrying about the future. You're being present, because this love that's coming forward to you deserves positivity. It deserves positivity in the utmost, because it's good for you. It's good for you. It's good for this other person. And it's going to break all those toxic habits that you may have gotten acclimated to when you were in other connections that didn't reciprocate, where there was no reciprocity. So, yeah, that's your love message. I send you all so much love and light. I can't wait to see you on the next one. And be encouraged. keep the faith. Don't forget to look up the life path number. I'm going to put the link below. Your life path number will tell you a lot about the pathway that is best for you, or fits you the most. So, yeah, love and light. Namaste.